Mister that can put up some nades towards the top of connector, everybody else is going to be siphoning off to mid.
Early smoke sent down as some Pius will kick things off. blameF dead towards that mid control. All important with Valde also leaning in towards that ladder room. Was spotted out. Again, information to be gained as Christo now makes his move in. One of the newer guys here for this Astralis side. Glaive, however, picks up a trade back, so a 4-on-4 is gained.
A good pressure being applied out towards ladder, but while that's happening, Dia spots that bomb control, drops it in the open.
Looking for a bit more as well. Glaive backed up with that Glock. He's suppressed back here at jungle as Dia's nowhere to fight. Looks back towards the catwalk and almost gets Zipex, but not quite landing the headshot. So even standing once again, the trades are decent enough for Astralis' camp. And the HP advantage also sits with them.
Now, some Pius has to be quite deep here. Even Snappy to move out from the balcony could start being able to apply a little bit more pace down towards a bomb position.
Mister's caught off Marden, and now the A site is pretty opened up. That bomb was dropped on the short control. Snappy will try to take it back. Does see the player, but unable to get the kill. Some Pius now at 15 HP, but now Snappy's in the open. Spots the player out there, but Zipex still gets the casualty. And now Astralis can plant the bomb. A 1-on-3 situation for some Pius, and Astralis will look to get the start. That's all encouraging for the Danes.
You think about the veto too. Astralis' second highest pick map in the pool is Mirage.
Let's give the winner of that big matchup, so we'll get to see the German organisation clash later on over the course of tomorrow. For today, Marden has domed in Blame. That's a hell of a start. There's an AK to play with now. Scout also setting for some Pius to provide some backup. They've got utility being sent down. The HGs, the smoke's inbound. Zipex just tapping his way. Blinded. Marden gets the headshot. It's a 5-on-3. And then to bring this round back slowly. Glaive has something to say about that, though. That's one pick onto Snappy. As some Pius instantly in with a scout. Christo caught off. Dink down, but does get a casualty back. Galil in for Mistar. Dealt with by Marden's Deagle. Continuing to strike. 1-on-2. Christo so low. 11 points of HP. Marden picks him up. And they should have time for this defuse here.
Oh, mate, what a round coming through from Marden with the dig out of all weapons.
Yeah, definitely so. Deagle striking so effective. Perfect headshot placement from him. So much, not only in the jungle position, but also back here, edge of the smoke stuff. You could barely see the man. And everything else fell apart here for the Astralis camp. Work to be done, and of course, a massive steal for ENCE here.
ENCE have done exactly that. Onto the opening rifle round. Dia gonna get aggressive up to top mid.
Spray down, potentially against 2 or 3 players, in fact. That's Astralis falling apart. Deagle back in for Blame, does get one to return as 2 AKs left in play for Astralis. Siphon them off, surely. Should hear these footsteps in a moment's time. Indeed it is. Zip does not know how dead he really is. blameF now, 1-on-4 to try and work into this round. As fantastic as he is, I don't think it's going to happen. And blameF, again, similar story towards Zip, has no idea how much trouble he's really in until it finally faces. And Valde will bring in the even standing for the ENCE side. The things start to get challenging for them. Posted up here towards that mid control. Got one player swinging in from underpass, that's Marden. So just towards Glaive. Hell of a flick back, he read it coming. He deals with the opening kill.
Even Dia knows that there's an explosion out towards A main. This is very quick indeed, and Valde catches off Christo.
Support has arrived, 5-on-3. Snappy finding blameF, meanwhile, reducing Astralis to just 2 players, Zipex and Mistar.
Astralis are just hoping for a mistake, hoping for an overextension.
Burst through blind sprays. Eventually Zipex gets caught. Zorta Mistar, 1-on-5. Does get 1 exit and a second kill. All right, that's decent. But 2 HP, backstab closing in. Dia will close it out. Bringing number 4 now for the ENCE side.
And they've got a lot of cash farmed up in these last couple.
Yeah, Astralis would really do well with gaining a round out of this one, but again, some Pius wins the Orbior battle in mid. M4 sprays a bit awkward for Dia, but it's worse for Mistar. The kill goes the way of the CTs, but blameF is able to respond. Still a 4-on-3 for ENCE here.
And now even Glaive puts a little bit more of that stance in towards the apartments. Player up on the other side, the M4 peeks through. Damage gets done with the dink off, so Glaive's down to 9, but he responds, snappy to fall.
Still going to be that B-pop though, and some Pius' orb is all that tries to hold it down. Smoke and flash combination, well placed and well timed, catching them off, and Glaive is forced forward. Some Pius lands him, looks for the second man, does not quite catch the crack. Should allow the bomb plant here, but it's a 3-on-2 for the retake. Not quite the casualty just yet. The Incendiary, however, should force that player away from the van position. He's been spotted as well. Valde can call that information in, but the second T-side player is still an unknown entity. Both back at bench though, Valde looks in, Zipex gets caught, all their backs are turned. The bomb's not even planted for blameF right here. He's looking, engaging, and Valde still wins the fight. ENCE on a roll.
Nicely done there. You can see what Astralis are trying to do. Beta set up forward.
Martin just jump facing, seeing the flashes coming over. Valde backed up at dark. AK in, spray not quite landing. The Molotov does do. Smokes in, and Dia will catch Playmath anyway. Mistar with a decent trade back. Martin holding his nerve. 4-on-4 scenario.
And Zim's just hoping to try and get this trade back. Try and drop the player out towards CT spawn, but Glaive deals with Snappy on the short play.
Perfect burst for him. The M4 back for Martin, dishing out significant damage, but still not the kill against Christo. Dia will look to try and strike, but Martin is getting picked up. Now Sun Pius, his AWP in from short, catches a crack angle out towards Connector, and now Christo's going down, 2-on-2.
Even getting the bomb plant, it's going to have to be out in the open. Try and plant it open for CT. You've already got Zip, there's aggress further forward.
Is it worth it to upgrade to an AK for the AWP? Might not need to here. D is already looking to strike.
They've got nades. They can put an incendiary out towards default. Try and see if they can force that first individual out.
HG's down as well, but Zipex catches Dia. Mistar burning, dealt with by Sun Pius. And now looking for a rifle. M4 back in his hand. Smoke on the bomb. He knows where Zipex must be. The Molotov comes in, but it's smoked off there. Extinguished. Sprayed through. Zipex can't catch it. And Sun Pius is at least off the bomb. But the M4 looks to swing, and he gets the kill for it. What a hold that was from 2-on-4, and still take control.
Oh, massive.
The M4's in. The AK of Glaive watching, engaging alongside Zipex to catch Sun Pius, but Dia is not dead yet, and he holds the man advantage for ENCE as a result. Astralis, crossfire locked on for the CT, so again keeping our eyes on shore just in case, but it's all out to the apartments. Distraction held, and Valde holds his nerve the same, finds 1, 2, not quite the third just yet, but Christo is completely surrounded, reload allowed, and a clutch that should not go his way, as it has not done for Astralis at all today. 10-2 for ENCE. Towards the A site, and Sun Pius is locked and loaded. Shots ringing out, but not quite connecting. Martin is on the stairs, and Glaive will try to catch him off guard, but looking in towards jungle, has no idea how close the CTs really were. That's an easy pick to find.
Now Martin can even try and work at the gap of the smoke. Another kill gets presented. A little bit of aggression down towards CT, already gets cancelled.
That 4-on-3 scenario. Bomb denied by Dia. Are you expecting any less at this stage? Mistar certainly is. Deagle strikes back, looks for a bit more. Top of the ticker boost, sees where the man is, and brings it into a 2-on-2. Catches Valde next, and should secure the bomb down, but he's still got Sun Pius, his USP, leaning in with the AWP pulled out as well. Close quarters against one, and the far range of Playmath will keep control for Astralis, break the streak, and bring in 3.
Just when Astralis were looking for something, some breathing room to find a round, it's the young man. What a step up.
One of the key things we're following for Astralis, this new blood being brought in. Yes, they might be stand-ins for now. Flashes sent, AWP's watching. Molotov sent in, Martin's tucked away. M4 in place still, spray back Zipex, catches the headshot. Sun Pius leading forward, the perfect responsive against Playmath. It's gonna get forced out with Glaive's flank coming in against 2 players, strikes against them both, and reduces ENCE to 2, but Valde is still trading, edge of the smoke stuff to an even man standing. Flashes going over to buy a bit of breathing room here for Astralis. Bomb has been recovered, will look to go down. You're right about that connector plant. Valde and co should realize what's going on as Snappy picks up Glaive. It's all to Mistar again, a 1-on-2. AK in his hands this time. Spray's awkward. Adjustments there for Valde, and now Snappy's on the back foot, swinging into Mistar. Out in the open, the Dane wins the fight, and Astralis connect 2 in a row.
Mistar was the 3rd lowest rated player in the group stage.
Smokes in, flashes at the ready. M4 looking away from it, expecting them to come forward. Christo does catch Martin, that's 1 trade back. Needing a little bit more though. Dia's hunting for the man, he should pick him up.
And Playmath trying to see if he can exploit himself in towards window. Dia being forced out in the open, does get dropped by Zips, and now there's workability, and now there's a backstab.
And this round is winnable, and they're completely unawares of this position, or are they? Market position checked by Snappy. Playmath too focused on the window to check the door. And now they make their way into the A site control as Sun Pius stands alone, but the AWP in his hands sees the first man. That's information called out.
And look at the reposition. Get out towards triple. Give himself a different angle to drop the bomb.
Round should be over from here. Zipex being flanked now in from the short position. 20 seconds to the clock, and there it is. Sun Pius set to close. An 11-4 half for ENCE on the CT side of Astralis' map pick.
Trying to see if they can make it a little bit more fast. Out towards the B side it looks to be.
Maybe even be a rush tactic. Nades in, and Zipex has seen what's going on. That'll do some decent damage towards them. 2 players extremely low, but they're bursting their way forward anyway. They're not stopping. Playmath with the kill. Snappy with a decent responsive. Glaive struggles a little bit and still looks on with his teammates provoking the firing squad. A 4-on-2 being found by Astralis next. Valde goosed up and taken down, and Sun Pius will not last long here. Decent flick to Playmath. That's as far as it goes.
That's a very strong crossfire coming through from Astralis. You've got both the get right angle. And Martin's waiting for this smoke to start to clear. Try and punish up towards the top of connector. BlameF on the other side will just retreat towards the top of stairs.
Okay, prods on, but BlameF finds the next kill in the round for Astralis. It's a 5-on-3, looking for a bit more, and BlameF is being gifted these 1v1s out connector. 2 left in for ENCE. Very different positions in the map. Volde does get 1 to return. Needs a whole lot more than that. Aware of the near and far players now. But not much more will get given up. Might have to rely on that backup to come in from connector, because someone's got to go back for the bomb, and it won't be Dia here. Strikes against 1, not quite the second.
And now Valde just stuck out in the open. Has to keep fighting towards A to even get back up to that top mid portion. Try and force his first player out in the open towards default, but the counter utility is just so strong. Glaive does drop.
Okay, that's a start. Any more? So evaded the player in from connector. Zipex knows that he's here in sandwich and gets the kill for it. Astralis so far so flawless on their own CT side leg. Teams will start the rotations back, Snappy in particular, going back for that bomb as BlameF picks up another good kill onto Dia. Glaive holding this in. The blocks does get adjusted to by Martin, so that's 1 back.
Even Zip might be able to try and fight out towards this window control, try and catch the AWP in the open.
Oh, Zipex does get caught in the end though. Some Pius brings it back to a 3-on-3. Very heavily tagged on the end side though, so it doesn't make it easy for them. 20 seconds especially. BlameF completely whiffs the spray though. Some Pius comes up good, and suddenly MIBR's flanked. Martin coming in from ramp, and ENCE have broken the streak of Astralis to return the favor. Christo, a 1-on-3 clutch for him, and surely he does not win this. Very few of them have come today, and they won't come in this play.
Where has that come from? Some Pius, hello. That AWP has just mustered up some absolute magic in connector.
Beautiful stuff again. Coming up to the individual players that are managing to make these work. Some Pius especially.
Jeez.
That adjustment was sick. But Martin with the killing blow.
They've got to try and come through from connector. They've got to get some assistance out from this Walker Palace. And Valde, he's hoping for an overextension towards Ram.
Smokes in, BlameF ahead of it, and AK gets caught off, but Valde still gets the kill alongside Dia, but BlameF and Glaive with a couple of trades of their own right. 3-on-3, and Glaive stands his ground only for a moment. Some Pius with the AWP pick back to a 2-on-2. The bomb will go down.
Planted open for connector. You've got an aggressive maneuver coming through with a teammate. Some Pius repositioning, and the AWP comes through on a Cresto.
And Zipex is left alone now, AK in hand, coming in from the stairs. Trying to hunt for that bomb position. Some Pius is watching it still. The AWP posted, cracked up, and picked up by Zipex himself. Smoke goes back down to the bomb and all. Is he going to stick the ninja? It looks like he will do. No kits in play. It's a full 10 seconds. Martin just needs to spray and he'll catch him for it. ENCE keep control by the skin of their teeth.
Oh, some Pius. He's done it again, hasn't he?
This is the opportunity where ENCE can seize it and just run straight through with the victory, take the whole map over. But Martin and MIBR go back and forth with Dia the same. 2 for 1, 3 for 1, so it looks like these pistols won't throw up much of a threat here. BlameF still on the site though, trying to stand his ground. Back towards default, they're tagged up so heavily on the T-side bases. Valde low, Snappy high, Zipex Deagle 1-on-2.
It's all about being able to present the first. Can he deny the bomb?
Valde, not seen. Oh, he lines him up, but only gets the 1 pick for it. Snappy snaps him shut. I'm talking like the map is over, but you're right, they're playing for overtime. With the position that they're in, though, ENCE in full control, and Astralis have already lost the first.
Martin keeping his eyes locked out towards top mid. You got Snappy here from underpass, the line up with the MAC-10. Ooh, doesn't quite get to.
A couple of these shots on the pistols give me a little bit of hope that Astralis might hold on, but ultimately it's not happening. BlameF keeping the Deagle trades alongside MIBR's 5-7, holding back towards the Palace control. 2-on-2 situation, this is still back on, but as MIBR falls, BlameF has got it all to do here. Deagle up against 2, flanks inbound from the short presence. Martin's going to reveal his position. And Dia needs to win this fight, which is what he'll do.
Dia making it look easy with that last pick.
They're going in quick as well. Zipex smoked down, M4 on the site. Glaive tried to hold his own with the M4. He's flashed off blinded. Sees 2 players, focuses on the wrong man and can't get any kills for it. Zipex spraying through, desperate to get something, and eventually he does. Alongside Glaive striking on Dia, looks for his second, but runs out of ammo with Snappy and Martin. Chiming back to a 3-on-3. Bomb should get picked up, but will it get planted? The MAC-10 goes close, and Christo goes down. BlameF involved to the trades though, still trying to keep contention and holds onto the double in fact. Martin now alone against it, and backed up passive, watching out towards that short position. 60 seconds remaining. He's got time to play with. He's been spammed down and taken out by MIBR to close it with BlameF support. That's 11, 1 out of 5.
And BlameF's gonna have to reposition in quickly, get up towards the top of connector into the stairs and just start fighting.
Head to jungle and stairs locked out. CT also coming in. A counter smoke in from Mistar. Should give him a little bit of room, but Dia blind behind that smoke. Sprays him down regardless. Snappy looking for another gun here. 2 players to watch out for. The AWP of Cristo. Sees one, but doesn't land the shot. That's all important. Astralis a perfect chance to even up the man standing, and Martin gets a chance to swing back, get that AWP out of play. Zippex being tagged, the Molotov's burning in flame, can come up good. Snappy on the side, deals with Glaive in from shore, and it's 2 left standing, both coming in from CT, and they make themselves known. Damaged up from Zippex, now dead. BlameF, all that remains, and it will be ENCE taking map 1. Astralis' own map pick and Mirage, their one strong suit in the series, and it gets knocked right out of their hands.
What a performance coming through from Dia, being able to step up in so many of those important T-side rounds, dropping 26 kills overall. But the punishment is here and now. Quick, out of the gates towards the candles control.
Very quick indeed. And Zippex are going to try and adjust towards it. Smokes are down very early from that mid control, so they will try and siphon him off. Mistar on the A side being caught off as Valde lurks in mid, catches the rotations. B side can get opened up, but they've still got their heart set on the A side. Mistar and Cristo, a couple of decent trades, but Snappy chimes back into a 3-on-2. And Zippex and Mistar are the last 2 players that remain. Snappy getting caught off guard, drops that bomb in a temple. That's a big kill for the CTs to take. And Astralis are charging forward for even more, but charging forward to their demise. It's Mistar alone now versus 2. Taps up, going to reveal himself. Backstabs are closing in very quickly as well. Not sure when the swing, looks out for the headshot and can't quite get it. It's Dia to close with the pistol win.
And what an opening sequence that was from Valde. There's actually a slight over-rotation to a stack towards B now for Astralis.
Glaive getting tagged up, flash is sent, Cristo still watching, attention drawn towards the center of the site as Glaive does pick up that first kill. Scout shot landed the tag, not quite the frag just yet. They're both bunched up here with the backstab continuing to come forward from that K position, but Martin's still going down. Glaive holds his own with that 5-7 and just lines them up. Knocks him down for the quadra, and an all-important steal for Astralis.
Okay, there we go, the big captain. And for ENCE, they just struggled to crack that B site open. What a steal this is.
The start found by Glaive and everything, but it was this lineup here. 1, 2, 3. The damage compounding. Very effective stuff. Walking in with the flashes sent. Glaive. Galil up. Martin down. 5-on-3 now found. AK's picked up. Flashbang back forward, trying to get involved here towards this cave entrance. Knows that the T-side players are around that corner. Eventually, Sumpires gives it up, looking the wrong way. Glaive holds his own. Comes up with a triple. Bomb dropped and all. This round is over. Dia will try fight back for any damage.
And saw what Glaive was able to muster up out to the cave and cheater angle. And Dia just has to keep fighting, even to try and get the bomb control back.
Does at least pick up Glaive. Damage compounding, but ultimately will not last much longer against Zippex.
You can see a little bit of movement now coming through from the Astralis side. ENCE counteracting, trying to retake the mid control. Valde gets dropped. He spots a lot of players in mid.
4-on-4 found. Mistar going to rotate back out of dodge. Zippex inbound. Molotov sent. Burning him down, but he does get Martin. Trying to follow suit on Snappy, and that's exactly what he does. ENCE give up the mad advantage. But meanwhile, they look to try playing towards that B site. BlameF, his M4 locking on towards Dia, not allowing even the plant down, let alone the round itself. A little bit of saving in Snappy and Dia. I think it might not.
They're just trying to see if they can work out a way and an avenue on how they try and deal with this mid-aggression. Now you've got the AWP very deep, and Martin even trying to walk out towards the B doors, gets caught.
Zippex, close against Snappy. Caught next himself. Look at how close Mistar is towards Valde. He has absolutely no idea. The AWP pick from Cristo does come forward. Valde did catch Mistar in the end. The AWP has found the bomb carrier. Pius has other plans, though. We'll try and go back for that AWP. Bit of breathing room for the bomb plant here.
Yeah, no smoke, though. Have to get it down towards that back right-hand side corner.
One player inbound from CT. Pius has grabbed that AWP, but he's marked him. That's a 2-on-2. ENCE back in this round.
Yeah, Pius is going to try and take that tempo control. They don't know about the backstab.
Oh, BlameF. Valde has no idea. He's creeping and sneaking and checking the right position, but BlameF has caught him. And now it's all Pius who lands the next door prick. Not the next man, though. 20 HP against BlameF. The M4 did its damage, but the AWP is one good bullet, and he knows it. Tap the bomb once. Blame trying to force Pius out in the open, but he calls his bluff here. Here's him coming closer, baiting him closer to the temple, but BlameF will still win the fight. Bring it back for Astralis. Close, but no cigar for ENCE there, but they got as close as they have done throughout the entire game. Incendiary's thrown. Valde will try and force forward. Pius does get a kill in the end. was being challenged for a moment, and now Marden leans in with his teammates. Low HP on Glaive, one pick back at the very least. Okay, that's a 3-on-3 situation. Bomb plant can be secure, but look at blameF already in from the backstabs. Are they watching it? No, they're not.
He might even be able to deny the bomb. There should be no chance here at all.
Well, Sampayas goes forward. That's not the bomb carrier, though. The man is on Valde. He does drop in the end. Marden with the M4 picked up, swapping to the AK with 2 more to gain. Jumps past it. Taps the bomb once, forces them out, or trying to force them out towards long control. But they'll call him in. They'll go for the retake if necessary. The AWP has been baited, and Marden has rotation potential here. Sticks on the B side, wins the fight, 1-on-1 scenario, and now he goes for the A play. Hold B or retake A, that's his plan. He might just even hold the B site itself. Spray through comes up good. And Astralis maintained control by the skin of their teeth when it got so damn close for Marden and all. He's going to be kicking himself. Flash in from blameF, now going to set up the retake for his teammates. Valde firing, panicking, trying to get some kills up, and only does damage to Mistar. Still alive for him. Sampayas, one decent trade alongside Dia coming back of her own right, and Snappy lines up 2 alongside Dia. And in the blink of an eye, ENCE have brought this one back to manageable positions. It's Christo alone versus 2. Doesn't see the first man. Looks around at the bomb site. Snappy's low HP, caught on the no-scope. But now they're running for it. Dia knows he's stalled for enough time. And ENCE will finally break the round streak of Astralis. Playing a dangerous game out towards Ramp ahead of the Molotov. And now into the smoke. Is he going to get flashed in? Yes, he will. C1. xantares still wins the fight, still against 2 players. With Glaive on the center to hold out the sideline. And just like that, it's a 2v5.
It's a gimmicky round coming through from ENCE. It's re-smoked up towards the top of the ramp. They just want to pop flash their way forward.
Wow.
Try and see if they can create a quick entry, find some space down on B, but instead you got players playing anti-flash. You got Zip peeking on the contact towards Long.
From this stage, a steal that they kind of need here for ENCE. The bomb plant's going to be great and all for the next round by, but really you want to get 11-4 at this stage to come some sort of basis for the CT side. Flashes in, Tech9's tap. Glaive gets the kill on Marden. Sampayas does get overwhelmed a little bit, but Diaz Tech9 holds his own with the taps. 1 player left here in Christo. His AWP doesn't know where to focus on. And Diaz got a quadra. That's the steal we're looking for. That's what ENCE needed.
Tech9 up close and personal around those default boxes. So much. That third one onto blameF. And then just finding the last one.
2 flashes in for Zipex. Nade sent close. Damage done to Marden. Snappy hunts him down. blameF tries to provide some support, but does get tagged up here. Snappy knows Zipex must be close.
Christo, AWP comes through. Snappy needs that entry, and he finds it.
That's one back. Christo's AWP. Oh, quick flick back of the quick scope. Leans in for more, but doesn't land on Marden. Trades are there, bombs on sight, and D is going in aggressive. 2-on-2, again, ENCE fighting from the back foot. Now gaining potential, but they lose the bomb carrier. It's all Dia again, flashed in, but still sprays down Mistar, and looks for Glaive next. Nade sent to his position, the AWP watching from the back line. The swing still there, and the perfect burst is in to close the half up for ENCE. Still down 11-4 for Astralis. If they can do that, then this will be glory, glory Astralis. A map 3 overpass calling, pistols in, and Sampayas as Julius steps up to the marker. That's all important. 3 kills found, dropping the bomb and dropping Danish heads as they roll out a cheater. Dia even finds Zipex. It's pistol ENCE.
Mister, last one left.
Absolutely massive stuff from Sampayas coming in. Knowing that Dia was the guy that was leading the charge, he had 17 kills in that first half. Sampayas steps up massively with the Julies, and from there, it all falls apart for Astralis. Mistar's trying to hunt back for something. He's gained a couple of picks here when the Molotov involved. Julies back in, Valde gives it up, and Snappy puts him back. That got a little bit hairy towards the end though, Dweg. Down to its lone timer, Dia in the back lines of the site, the M4 holding its nerves, spotting information, at least knowing of 1 player. The boost up, of course, indicating there's 2 out there. Mows out 2 pretty effectively. Mistar and Christo and Glaive don't really stand a chance against these rifles. It is a harsh eco with no Kevlar, and all 5 alive for ENCE. As they walk in towards main for Astralis.
Dia's deep. Oh, chunky HE to start off, and now they're just going to have to commit.
Not quite as fantastic a sequence as he did on the anti-eco. Now Valde is going to get his weapon out. He's still holding his knife. Smokes in against Sampayas, who now takes the brunt of the aggression. Straight forward to the smoke, you've also got Marden coming in. Sampayas does get one before the trade, and Marden makes it a 3-on-3. Still hunting for the backline player. The flashes are in to catch them blinded, and a backstab also inbound from the mid-control. Keep your eyes on that mini-map. because there's a player inbound and Valde's going to deal with him. The SMG does a ton of damage, and now focusing up on the retake. Smoke down onto the bomb's position. Zipex catching off nothing towards the outside. Eventually does get snappy as Martin and BlameF fall back. It's all on Valde, who gets picked up by Astralis. The Danes hold their first of the half as they gain 12-7. Smokes and Molly sent with the flashbangs. Astralis looking to prod forward, and Valde has got 2 picks to find. Sumpire did get 1. The spray so awkward. Valde holds his nerve against the wrong player. Christo picks him up and will get the plant in. BlameF extending out very far wide as well. CT's unaware of it. Stappy gets picked up back to a 3-on-3. And slowly but surely they close in the pins as the SMG's not watching it though. 2 to line up. BlameF catches the AWP, but Martin gets the pick back, and it's all on Glaive. Found by Dia as ENCE will hold the retake.
Dia's coming closer to his 30 bomb now, Jay. He has been the impact man. And you've got Snappy just outside of this cave control, as like with Martin over there towards B. For Astralis, it's a little bit more aggressive this time around. They'll put the incendiary forward. Snappy is going to burn.
That's a hell of a sequence from Zipex though. Spam through Molotov gain, the aim punch keeping him in the fire and the flames burning to his demise as Glaive comes in from cave and deals with Martin next. A 5-on-3. He will be suppressed by the smokes, but a bomb's going down. There's nothing they can do to deny it. Valde does pick up Mistar, but again, it's 4v3 for the post plant.
And they should make a decision now, Jay. Do you instant save or do you go for it? It looks like they want to play the safe option. End up backing off. I understand it. You're down 3v4.
Slowly but surely, these smokes are sent down. The Orpus Umpires lands against the first man, backs up at Temple, needs to catch another angle here, looking towards it, and it's actually Christo that forces out the fight for the CT side. A 4-on-4 has been gained by Astralis. The bomb will go down. It's another retake for ENCE here.
Dia got a player close towards that left-hand side, but it's unknown information. Even Martin's slow to rotate off a B.
Molly gives away the position, no, and he can't quite win the fight. Second face does get BlameF, running out of ammo though. Needs support from his teammates and a reload in. Valde picks up Christo. It's 2 left, but Zipex unaccounted for. Glaive holds distraction. He gets picked up. The defuse is coming in. Zipex forces him off the bomb. Almost gets the triple, but it's held together by Valde as he keeps ENCE alive and Astralis from match point. Glimmers of that AWP prowess over on the A site. AK involved towards the mid controller. The MAC-10 from Glaive kicks things off fast and loose from the Astralis. Gonna go quick into the A site and all.
It brings Dia off his line. Sumpire has got to go through the smoke.
Oh, gets caught through it instead by Zipex's P250. It's a 5-on-3. Blind fire returning from the CT side will do some damage. The SMG suicide dive in from Martin. Gets 2 picks for it. Massive risk, but high reward. A 3-on-3 though. Glaive's going to put him back in his place. It's Dia and Snappy up against it again. They'll get Glaive to return to evens, and now the bomb's in the open.
And they've got a smoke for it, and Mister's got another backstab.
Are they aware of it though? Will they watch for it? Bomb tapped once. Zipex going to fire away. Mistar's got an AK as well on the defuse. They're going to hold it this time. No fakes. Sprays through. Distraction involved, and they hold the round for it. Diffuse in the midst of the smoke around from underneath the nose of Astralis. The rush down near won the map point.
Oh, that's a tight one. Opens up with that MAC-10. Glaive getting aggressive up into the mid-starts. Even the spam in there from Zip. Straight onto the NWP, but not enough time stalling. The smoke defuse coming through for ENCE. Now, while that's happening, you can see a mid-stance try to create out an elbow.
Snappy sees one, engages, double up, triple, not quite gained, but Sunpius has his trade, a 4-on-2, and now the ENCE confidence has returned towards them.
BlameF trying to see if he can catch off anyone re-aggressing, anyone holding an aggressive sightline in mid.
M4 fights, and BlameF goes down. Christo left alone in the rounds, picked up by Sunpius.
Flashed off angle, this could actually be very quick.
Just about to escape to the eye here of BlameF, tagged up for it, 40 HP. Incendiary thrown down with a counter Molotov that should force him out into the open, and he does go down in the end. Astralis, another quick play in from mid, with Sunpius' orb looking to try trade it back, flash against him, he doesn't fire. Hold his nerve in mid as they aggress together. Meanwhile, the T's will work their way in towards main. BlameF. They're gonna get caught looking the wrong way here, depends how far extended they are. Or picked up, 5-on-3 now. M4 does catch the trade. Martin only good for 1. Dia drops immediately towards the A site. A massive player taken out of the fold here by Astralis. Plant will be secured. Very little buy potential at this stage, so it will be a comeback to overtime. Holding out hope. Flash is sent and some Pius picks up Blame F, backs away, looking for a bit more, looking for the double dip, the quickscope lands it, triple in, perhaps, maybe. Zipex comes in with support from lane and Valde is there for the responsive, 4-on-2 for ENCE.
With that bomb being dropped out towards elbow, it means that there's going to be a slight maneuver up here, aggressive towards the top of ramp. Glaive just trying to see if he can catch the CTs off guard.
One player in the back along, caught off by the veteran, the IGL of Astralis here. Martin responds the same and it's all left to Zipex. 1-on-3, back at spawn, detected as you would expect. And now they're just against him. This place is loving it as well. Dia watching, sees the one man, evades the ire of the T-side kill though. Smokes against his position, he's back up to get here pretty quickly. Martin gets that one frag at least, but Dia falls in turn. 3-on-3, HG's at the ready. The bomb plant to come down towards the back of the boxes though, not actually towards the open corner instead. Blame F tagged heavily and up close and personal.
And Zip's got aggressive out there towards the temple control. He might think about a backstab.
It's do or die, but some Pius wants to do. Does Zipex in, Mistar and Blame F now low HP, 21 and 16. ENCE making their way in close. One player seen, Blame F adjusts towards it. 2v2 situation, trying to hold on, play around the boxes and play around the smoke. They knows it must be there! Blind kill through the smoke. Martin comes up, and now it's all to the young blood here of Astralis, leaning around the big box, and Martin has no idea. Try to tap that bomb. Mistar leans forward and sprays him down for 16-14. The map win on Astralis as the new generation shows what they can do to take us to map 3.
And it's the 18-year-old again, Jay. It's Mistar to step up in some of the huge rounds.
Blame F will rotate away from that short position.
Yeah, there's actually a slight lurk up coming through from Dia, but this is all just a fake. He's just trying to see if he can sell it.
P250 in, caught off, taps through, trying to look for the man around the corner, and Christo does end up with the frag back, and ENCE don't know where they're going to go with this one. In towards short, in towards mid. They do finally commit towards the B side, but in for Monster, 20 seconds to go.
Massive amounts of hesitation, and now this gives so much more leverage in the round for Astralis.
Mistar plays Overwatch, back up there, and Christo down into the bomb site, but Sun Pius picks one out of the air. Christo gets one to return, and still on the back of the site here at Water, 2 kills to his name. Triple up found, bomb's been dropped, needs to go down right here. Blame F can win the whole thing. Julie swing, and Snappy will fall for it. Pistol gain by Astralis.
Surely the pressure not getting to ENCE there. I don't know what to come up with that one, Jay.
Incendiary is thrown towards Water. SMG still on site. Another one also out towards that short sandbags. Undetected as of right now for the T-side line. Glaive undetected. They saw him right past him. He even gets a dink down onto Volde in all. Low HP. Now allowing Mistar a chance to strike. The HGs from Blame F capturing Volde next. So it's a 3-on-3. Astralis still holding onto the site. And the SMG is dealt with by some Pius.
Oh, Blame F gets another bomb once again. They actually get off it before he takes the fight.
No time left. They're going to stick it this time. D is covering it off from ramp. Here's the footsteps. Engagement goes well, but Christo with a trade bag and is aware of the last man. Dives into the site, but doesn't get the kill. Some Pius has the better weapon, and ENCE have their start.
They're actually taking a lot of map territory outside of Banana and here in the bathrooms.
Blame F finds one, not quite two. Tag is very minimal to return for ENCE. Flash is sent over for them. Molotovs goes down. Christo burst up, spray back on Snappy. Valde with a trade back and responsive. A 4-on-3 now for Astralis. So they force ENCE to back away, at least the bomb carrier does. They force forward from Dia. Martin traded back by Mistar's Deagle, and Valde's in a 1-on-3.
Another one of those rounds, Jay, where it feels like there's a little bit more misdirection. You've got the bombs starting to tail behind outside of Banana, but yet people are still fighting out to the bathrooms. There's just a couple of upgraded pistols, but you don't have the Kevlar and don't have the nades, so you just try and strike out for a couple of individual jewels, get some damage going.
SMG kill starts. Blame F nice to get a second pick back in for his 1200 bonus. Indeed, he gets it for some Pius to drop. 5-on-3. We'll make it 2 now, continuing to extend. Just in general, they're suppressed back behind this one weapon, so making it look easy for the Dane. Bomb dropped and all.
Looking and can feel that 5-1 scoreline looming.
As you mentioned, a hell of a start for the Astralis cap. Blame F closing it with an ace. Not quite an SMG ace, but plenty of money still gained there, 2,400 bucks. It's playing for the bigger picture. The smokes and flashes will come over those. They're indicating some sort of B here, and actually Zipex will rotate back into the site itself. Snappy, meanwhile, up in the mid control, drops that bomb to Christo, who doubles up with the AWP. May even be on for a 3K as well. There's 2 more players playing in from mid and bathrooms, and there's 18 seconds on the clock here for ENCE to try and strike. Christo falls forward, and Valde falls down. Bomb dropped. Some Pius is out of the round. Astralis takes 6.
Christo is putting on a show right now with this AWP. And for anyone here that's not too familiar with him, he's been down in the lower echelons of Danish CS for quite a while, being brought up to stand in for the main roster.
He's been in the Invitationals before in that contender stage, the regional Swiss.
He was a part of that deep run to the top 12.
Yes. He's just had a hell of a round. Set up at the top of the board as well. Fast plays in for ENCE, meanwhile they try and take that ball back over. Sprays through on Zipex, only doing damage towards several players. Martin's the man with the Mac 10 and he gets the kill for it. Mistar, Molotov's behind the smokes and he does get detected by Blamef with 2 kills. Comes up good with that M4, 4 on 3, and Dia just can't find the man behind the smoke. He knows that he's there somewhere, and Glaive was allowed to strike as a result of it. 2 left in play. ENCE rush tactics not working out towards the B site. The bomb's been dropped. And once again, Pius has to save. Cutting off any positions for Pius. Knows that he's round the corner and loses life to Christo anyway. And no scope for him to add to his tally of highlights. But these are the names you look to see at the top end. And none of them are at the moment. The AK in for Mistar, however, does get caught off by one of the players in question. Martin, the Tech 9 pick, and Dia swings round the corner. That's a bit more like it, ENCE.
They found a massive amount of space and weapons to get recovered now. Now Zip's on the other side, peering down into Monster. He's looking to find a return.
AK standing, spray down. Pius will fall, but Valde takes a tray back for it. Glaive back at a site, incendiary in hand. M4 dived up, flashes sent over, and his head is tucked away from the headshot position. They don't check Toxic, and he gets 2 kills for it, reducing it to a 2v2, but Dia still holds the responsives, and Christo not quite as good with his flicks. Finally, streak broken, 3rd round for ENCE. Steal and a half for ENCE now to follow it up. Again, turn these guns into success. The arena is behind them. And Blamef is in front of the T side. Damage done, HG to return. Snappy's gonna fall. Pius did catch that first frag, and Blamef stands to fight. Still win against Martin. Next, he's not even done.
It comes down to the B anchors to hold off strong, because that's where ENCE have got to put a little bit more emphasis forward.
Oh, Blamef being challenged, turn away at the flashbang, hiding behind the harder cover. I think he got spotted. Mistar does catch Valde, but Dia puts Blamef back in his place and back in his grave. 3 on 2 still for Astralis. And Glaive needs to catch this frag. 20 seconds, less than that at this stage. Lean forwards. Molotov sent towards backside. Zipex now has rotations in. Mistar catches the kill anyway. Orp shot for Sun does connect, but out towards mid. Glaive can strike. And they're just flawless, utterly flawless here for Astralis. Every time they take a round lost, they're back in control. Prod forward into that short control, uncontested by the CTs for now. Blamef back to be contested by one player in long, making a lot of noise. That AK not even looking towards the bathrooms. Martin just gives up the pick. Zipex. Alongside Dia, smokes are in. Perfect timing. They got a force forward of it. Kills found from Mistar and Glaive pretty easy as a result. And ENCE is catching no luck here. Valde to get out of the way.
Because with the European lineup, we've seen them in 4, all of which they've not even been able to make the grand final. Valde gonna get hunted down, does save onto the AK. We've seen them be incredibly disciplined on this CT side.
Sprays through the M4, Martin's tagged, D is low. Martin trying to force out something here in the connector control, and Blamef will find the casualty. 5 on 3 now for Astralis.
And that's just been the danger zone, isn't it? Blamef and picks towards Con.
60 seconds, and his head's tucked away, holding his nerve with Valde. His AK out towards Monster, leaning in, the bomb on his back, flashed in by a teammate, needs to win the fight, so the counter flash come back with the kill for Blamef. 2 left standing for ENCE, 1 left standing for ENCE, and none. And the near flawless round comes in for Astralis to go 12-3 up at the turn of the first half.
Now, that banana lurk coming through, and even outside of Monster, hasn't spotted anything at all. Martin's seen quite a bit.
Rotation's gonna get called out. Martin needs to get a kill here. Taps up, not quite landing towards him. Christo draws first blood. Snappy back up towards water, overwhelmed by that Glock the same. 5 on 3, Astralis have control of the site, but Pius picks the bomb carrier out from the middle of the air. Mistar to fall.
Now, there's a boost up towards heaven. Blamef's in a great angle.
Oh, but he misses every single bullet. It's forced to go back down. The height advantage has been lost here. Dia leaning forward, the bomb does go down, but he gets his pick back in. 3 on 3 situation. They're struggling to burst back into the site. Default is a known entity, but there's 2 players still downstairs. Valde tapping, Blamef with a decent kill. Valde trades it, Dia back to a 1-on-1. It's his moment to shine, being quiet all maps so far, despite having a great set of first 2. Sees that last man, taps the bomb, trying to force Zipex out here. He's not making his move! Oh, that's a perfect tap! And a perfect 3K to get ENCE back into this game. The M4 posted in the mid control. Pius' AWP was out towards long, but Dia had to take the brunt of the T-side forces. Watching in from bathrooms, adjustments there. That's a perfect shot. Double up, not quite game, but Pius does trade it back, see two more, and force the fall away to passive positions. Wait for backup to arrive.
Just get out towards long, play the man advantage. Even Valde can come up from dumpster quick.
They've got that short control as well on the CT4, so they must imagine there's no one out here towards this B site. For Marcin, Pius still watching long. Flick adjustments not quite there. He backs off again. Still jump facing. They catch the info, but Zipex picks him out of the middle air again.
Now there's workability. You've got plenty of time. blameF already aggressive up towards the right-hand side of the headshots. They're just trying to get this for Mars to reposition off of the bomb site.
Meanwhile, the AWP leans forward for Mistar, picked up. Trotting forward and getting Valde for it. Two left standing. Martin tries to stand his ground. Back at dumpster, picks up the first, but not the second. And it's all on Snappy now to clutch it.
He's got to go for this. There's no other option. You're forced in double eco, and he's going to rotate up from top con.
Loads of rifles littered in that mid position. He's making no qualms about his position as well. Tons of noise being generated as he just charges straight in. No kits in play, no time to work with. Flashbang out towards bank, bomb been seen. Smoke will go down, but Mistar picks his chance and does not miss. How do you bring this back now?
I just don't even know how Pius went down. What a shot coming through from Zip.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, I don't think you'll see that again this event. Even working out to connector. You've got two CTs to be able to set up a crossfire. Martin to peek through with the armor. First contact works out well, but only one.
USP up against the next. Mistar holds him down. CT, next up the face backed up. Does force forward on Martin. The Deagle does strike to get a trade to a 3-on-3 situation. They need so much more than that, though.
The Snappy's just got to try and waste time. Allow those rotators to come in from short water.
Spots heads. USP is not connecting the shots, though. Low firepower potential in that one. Does tag Zipex down pretty low, so setting up his teammates, but 2-on-3 still. Martin does drop the bomb carrier, charges right back out of that short position, and Valde starts sneaking in the back lines. The bomb's been dropped, and Glaive has no idea. Martin continuing to play distraction. Deagle fires, doesn't connect the kill, but does do so in the end. Zipex is alone, backed up towards water, and Valde desperate to hold on to this clutch to deny this map and match point for Astralis, but Zipex has his number and he dials it in, 1-on-1.
The bomb's still out in the open, has to re-aggress towards the short sandbags, and now it's a patience game. Who's going to be the one to give up the ghost, to give up the mistake?
Martin being quiet about this, will check the bomb, look for Zipex, get the kill, and just hold it. Just hold it, and I mean just hold it. Jump face, Incendiary finally comes out past the smoke though as the Molotov returns from Astralis to the back of Dice. He's forced back passive in towards Bank as they make their way in. Shot does not connect, but Dia has his back, only for a single pick though.
Now backstab's coming through quickly from top con. This could deny the bomb from going down.
Coming in just in time, Snappy taps his way forward and just secures it with Pius getting blameF. Now Mistar is alone, versus 4. Picks up the first and no more than that. So further bomb plants denied here. ENCE have been able to turn into a map victory. ENCE need to break that trend as well, and part of it is going to be holding the confidence face. Dia in, Pius with a pick, and Dia adjusts towards Mistar. Looks back into mid for another player to face him. One man out towards short, undetected. Dia's back will be turned towards the man here. Zipex making noise, and challenge with a swing. The M4 wins it. Unscathed on the CT side. Glaive hopes for a trade, but gets nothing at all.
And we saw how many bodies were just falling to blameF and connector. Now it's D-Hut. There's a response and Glaive walks forward, but he's been seen on the jump spot towards Dice.
Pius didn't see him and gets out of the way just in time as the peak start to come forward. Now Valde lurks in, swings out, spray down. Cristo alone, AWP versus 4, doesn't quite pick up the jump face, but now his position's been revealed. The CT's going to adjust towards it, backstab closing in from Snappy.
And you couldn't ask to be in a better position, friends. You've got the crowd behind you, you've got the CT economy rolling in your favor, and you're starting to get more impact out of your individuals. Cristo doing his best with the AWP, but not to beat. 10 rounds for the difference.
Should be with all 5 players stacked up on short. Martin has no information towards this. Well, Snappy with utility in hand, so it's a case of seeing those flashes coming in, dive out of the way. Smoke's in the way, of course, provide a bit of support, and Martin escapes in amongst it. Mistar with a kill, found, doubles up with a Deagle, flanks in, Valde, AK tapping desperately, trying to hold on to some sort of trade back with his rifles, but they just swarm the site, they explosive, as you mentioned. And ENCE may be in trouble here.
Oh, we've seen this before. Mistar did it out on Mirage, and now Dia's out in the open. Glaive gets another.
Easy pickings for Astralis now with some pious falling. Valde is left to hold on to his AK. A 1-on-5 with the pistol rush. A quick play into the B site. Wasn't out of spawn. Still, he tries to hide and fight on from Graffiti, ultimately to his demise. He's got to save. Still going to bait these guys in, try and make sure they don't get any rifles out of this position. But no time left for the defuse at this stage. Released face on Blame. And it's finally map, match, and quarter-final points. Dia knows the position he's left himself in, but they're going to back off, look towards the B site again.
Martin out here towards Monster, him and Snappy to work off one another. This is a lot quicker.
Oh, Snappy Port putting utility down towards that Monster position. He spray through and get only one kill for it. Valde back on site, gets one, transfer the second. Oh, he gets the triple as well! The 5-7's in his hand with backup right behind him. Blame F, 1-on-3, and Valde looks in with some pious. We're not done yet, boys.
Trying to get vision on exactly what the setup is. Even some pious with the NWP's been spotted. 2 players on A.
Spray back from Snappy though, in from Connector, struggling to get the kill on Blame F, but it comes forward in the end. Advantage regained by ENCE, but Snappy's isolated here, back in towards short pipe. He does find zipX, dive out of the way, look for the triple and the quadra perhaps. Bursting through, running out of ammo with the magazine, but does get Christo. Glaive takes him back, and Martin is there for the closer. Bit leery for a moment there for ENCE, but they're hanging in there. Train passes by Mistar. Really get his teammates in from Monster. You've got Martin caught off blinded. Spray back from Snappy, gets 2-1 while completely blinded. And still they try and force forward on the short position. The smoke comes down. Glaive out on the side. Spray through so awkward. And Valde punishes him for it. 2 less standing for Astralis. As Christo gets tagged up. Smoke's in the head of him. And ENCE set the first contact. AWP with the glass to see some contact of his own right. Is baited out by that position though. Sees both of them. Refaces. Tags up Christo. Dia finishes him off. And Mistar's alone. Smokes down, bomb in the open, backstabs inbound. CG just gonna wait for this one, not give up the fight. He does isolate one pick, but no more than that. First rifle chance taken away from Astralis. Eco next. And quick in from the pistols. They went explosive in the last Eco half by a round, and it worked out for them. Snappy engaging, and zipX is the man to strike first. Martin pressured, needs to line them up, and he knocks them down, looks in for the triple as well. The pressure mounted, but he deals with it effectively. Pistols pulled out and all, and the T's are left to 2, now just 1. Christo dropping the bomb, and it felt so quick, it felt so good from the start, but ENCE will not die. They will not die. Astralis slow it down. Molotov's in. Dia engaging, doing damage to Glaive. Valde's picked up by Blame F. Dia lines up 2 though. Drops the bomb. Is he aware of the next man? He's going to get forced to reload. He must be aware that he's close. Picks up, aggresses, and can't afford to go any further.
He's got to try and see if he can hide. Some Pious has to give him support. There's a player down there to the right-hand side of Mistar.
Dia is picked up. The AWP focusing and lands his shots. All important. zipX, meanwhile, prodding out towards the B site, seen by the player in heaven. He's forced to retreat.
And now they're just starting to scramble them. Mountain's out here towards bomb, could deny the bomb, drop it out in the open.
Blame F tagged so low. He's nearly dead. zipX still striking out towards the site. That nade, and Blame gets away from it.
And now it's a regroup. Now it comes back to the scramble. Get back out to the B side. Snappy is here to slow it down. He's got a smoke too.
He's going to aggress. Oh, this is risky. He sees the man. He catches zipX. And now it's Blame. Considerate, careful. And Snappy, solid, sound, spotted, and seizes the victory. Overtime for ENCE.
And Astralis actually just cancel it. Now with that aggressive maneuver coming up towards Fountain, it's going to be a pop-out monster.
Martin caught blinded, gets back towards that short control. Snappy holding passive, and Martin gets picked up first. That's Glaive with the engagement. They need back up towards the B site now. Snappy holds for as much as he can, sees that second player, and tags up. Mistar does not take him down. Some pies for the York pick, drops the bomb center of the site. D is caught ahead of that smoke down of heaven, so it's a 3-on-2 for Astralis.
Now some pies might not know about the aggressive maneuver coming through from Graffiti. Zib's going to still try and get the bomb down.
Molotov's in the way though. That player is low. Open plant. And Mistar is going to wait for them. I think some Pius is aware of this though. USP pulled out, taps forward, backs turn. He has absolutely no idea, and Mistar can punish Valde alone and can get nothing. The 16th for Astralis coming in ahead too late.
No molly down there towards Divider, so Dia has got no idea that they're creeping forward towards top of connector and into bathrooms.
Smokes are in the way. He's a walk-in, Pius picks one up though. And D is ready. Pius gets another pick, in fact. The M4 finds Mistar. And ENCE back in it. Glaive on sight, can't get Valde. And Zipex can't get anything. 16 all. It's evened up again. Very even kill spread across ENCE throughout the course of the entire map, but they're going to charge forward. Look at this from Martin and Valde! They've ripped them apart! Didn't even wait this time. Astralis will lose the half only by a single round, sure, but ENCE feeling the confidence brimming as they take number 17 to close out their CT side.
That's a snappy special, very creative with what they try and do there, Jake, because that's off kilter.
Martin, is he going to check this? Yes, he will, but BlameF's going to win the fight.
And now he can just back off. Even getting out towards the long control, he has to keep fighting. There's no retreating back to A now.
D is going to try hunting down. Molotov sent in. BlameF caught. That's a trade back. ENCE going to full send the A site.
No option now. They've got to go. Christo with the AWP out at Dice.
Ready and waiting to receive. And here they come. Flash perfect. Seeing the man. Christo does not take a shot back, and Pius sees him walking into his crosshair. Got Valde on the site. Finding Glaive next. And Astralis reduced to 2 on the retake. One, they're going to try their hand out for Mistar's position, but Valde's not falling. Low HP, he's taking point. And Zipex being hunted down by the man, does get that trade, but surely there's nothing left for him.
Nothing's presenting itself. No one's over peaking. Everyone's holding on the crossfire. And Dia catches him. One more to go now for ENCE. What a shot from Pius out to that long control.
He's got backup. Leaning back in from the bathroom's entrance. The AWPer of the T side as Pius does not connect his shot. Getting caught off. They're rushing right through into the hands of the M4, thinking it might get rushed down. Snappy's AK comes up good though. 2 on 2. They're running into the A sites.
And they can't beat the rotations. This could be very fast up from Glaive. He can fight from Dumbstar.
HE's in, M4 engaging. Smokes in the way and Snappy falls for it. Pius takes damage. His AWP versus 2. Unawares of where the second CT is coming in from. He slows things down, goes quiet. Back might be turned though. He checks it ahead too late. Zipex closes out. Oh, it's a case of just that BlameF player moving in. Slowly sees one, sprays down Valde. Tracy to be found by Dia real quick. He lets him slip out of his fingertips, but still could get 2 out of it. Kills found on Christo's AWP pick. Sprays blinded. Dia strikes on 1. Needs to get that second. Molotov burns Glaive, and Dia picks him up. 3 on 3. It's a standoff now. Astralis all in the back of the site. Molotov sent. Watching and waiting as ENCE hold their nerve, hold their position. The shots ringing in from Christo. Dia looking for wall bangs. Does give up his life towards Christo. Martin, however, steps up now. 2 on 2. Tagged up heavy. Needs a headshot. Needs the AWPer. Needs support. Needs a miracle at this stage. They lean in. Zipex and Mistar catch those casualties. And we will play on. Astralis not ready to give in just yet, Dweg.
We go on. Now there is still a lurk into connector. They're hoping to catch BlameF rotating back down.
Valde leans in. Molotov's turned in. Zipex up close, swings and gets his kill. Back doubles up, capturing the bomb carrier and all. We'll see it to his name, but Snappy can return flyer. Glaive is down. BlameF is not though. He engages one, but Pius turns around with the AWP. Zipex is low. Christo is high. Bomb's still in CT control. This HP number, it might be the best impact he can have. Bomb still in CT vision. The AWP of Christo. No utility against him. They got flashbangs, but Dia still drops it. 10 seconds. Pius with a lot of work to do. Headshot gain. Last man inbound now. And Pius will get that bomb down as Zipex creeps closer. Backs are turned. He looks in towards the other side. Oh, he spots him, but doesn't connect the shot. All on timing there, and Zipex had the better play. Hunts for anything in the middle, smokes ahead. Martin's going to get ahead of it though. 2 players to find, flashbang in, spray up the first, and the second goes falling. Massive sequence, he's got to go in for a bit more, and Glaive has his number. 3 on 3, still watching to the back site, and he gets Valde next. Flashes forward, the bomb is on the site though.
Now it's just about wasting time, trying to see if you can get Snappy off of the bomb. Still a player out there at Grill. Dia's got to back him up.
Snappy's low, Dia barely alive against BlameF. He gets Christo as well on Snappy's part. Claiming a 1 on 2, sees where Snappy is, gets the pick back, and Dia needs the perfect headshot. Glaive making noise, trying to pull misdirection, but Dia Playing against that, gonna wait for the bomb to get tapped, wait for the guaranteed info. Here's the footsteps, looks for the headshot, but Glaive picks it up instead. Astralis, 20 now, 2 in a row. We've got a rotation in, but backs are still turned. Marden sees ahead, and Christo has fallen. The bomb will go down here, and Dia is one of 2 players that can cut rotations.
Oh, what a pace changer. Marden taking so much control away, aggressing forward to Dumpster, and he leakles up.
Dia also finds one to blame F. Mistar with one decent trade, but it's 2 players left on the retake, and Mistar's falling to some bias. Zipex alone. ENCE needed something unorthodox to get them past it. And this looks to be their T-side rounds. Zipex tries hand at the clutch, but falls at the first hurdle. Number 19 for ENCE. No 3-0 flawless half for Astralis. Support in, taps forward. M4 now known to be aggressive with a second player also out towards it. Flashbangs incendiaries, and the kill comes forward for Marden.
And his bomb's still far behind. Snappy caught out in the open with a reload, 1-for-1 trade.
Now they know Marden backing up out towards this monster position, getting back towards the B side, thinking it might be a short play. They clear out Monster just in case, and a re-smoke comes in towards short, but not to Monster itself. Christo will lead the charge, and Marden hears these footsteps, needs to engage one. The spray is so awkward, and Christo connects it. Valde responds, 2-on-2, needs another, but doesn't quite get the triple. Some Pius' AWP now locks out the cross, and Blame F, considering the force forward, the smoke comes down, will reveal his position, so Some Pius might re-aggress here. Wait for a chance, wait for a shot and connect it! Not missing one. Flash is sent towards mid as he draws his attention back towards that control at the party angle. Snappy still holding, and D has seen nothing. Might run right towards the T-side player. Mistar's ready for that. Gets his kill.
Gets caught sleeping. Mr. the youngster towards deep and connector finds so much. And now Some Pius is up on the off angle.
Molotov set, and Snappy loses his fight towards Zipex. Suddenly B is looking pretty open, but Valde strikes back with a decent trade. Goes back to that AK. Quick rotations inbound. Zipex now making his way in from Monster. Valde is low, but Marden holds the backside. Turns away from the flashbangs, and the smokes come in the same.
Oh, it's very fakey. And Valde now cuts the rotate. They have to end up being here. They can't go back to A.
Unless they win that fight. Glaive with a backstab also.
And this backstab could be everything. But at the same time, they need the entries. They've got to crack the site open.
Oh, Glaive. Glaive has everything in his hands. He's making noise. He's giving the info. The M4 adjusts towards it. Marden watching for the headshot. 10 seconds left. Bomb's got to go down. Glaive shots connecting, and they make their way to the site. Bomb plant, not denied by Some Pius.
Valde gets up close towards the smoke. A lot of damage is being done.
He's low HP though, needs that AWP, desperately so. Smokes in his way, Some Pius repositioning. Valde does find an angle, gets one, but only one. It's Some Pius alone now to do it all, to clutch out this match point again for ENCE. Leans up, looks around, makes noisy, drops off towards Cubby. They know it now. Scope in. The time is ticking away. He's got the kit, but he hasn't got the breathing room. He leans around the corner, and the AK plays Ring of Roses with the information spot, and Some Pius falls for it. Match point for Astralis on their T-side now.
Now repositioning out towards short water. You've got 2 on B to defend, Valde and Snappy.
Nice HE on Mistar. Tag up damage done. Glaive still prodding forward. And Zipex catches Valde with a wall bang. Suddenly Snappy is all alone here.
D's got to drop down, set up this crossfire. It's all about a contact. It's all about the first initial duel.
Watching short on the boost. Ready and waiting. Snappy picks up one. Leans in aggressive, but loses life towards Christo. And now the AWP for Some Pius. Can't connect his shots. Snappy falls. And just about on D here in a 1-on-3. Needs some absolute heroics here to keep ENCE involved in the Elisa Masters. He gets Zipex. That's one. Leans in, and he can't do it. Christo locks it down, and Astralis will send Finland's hometown heroes back out of the quarterfinals as they make their way into the top 4 of the Elisa Masters Espoo 2022.
What a series coming through from Astralis. The way that you're up 14-4 and overpass, you'd like to close it out earlier. It doesn't quite happen, but my goodness, what a show.